Hey, I'm Steve Vignanti with Jim McGeehan from Dynatrack to talk about some of the Jeep JK bolt-on goodies that you can install in your own driveway. What are they, Jim?
All right, well, Steve, you know, the JK is a great vehicle, and it's very versatile, but there's a lot of room for improvement when you start to put big tires on it. So what we've done is put together some great shaft kits that can upgrade the axle shafts of your existing axles. Not everybody's ready to go and spend a lot of money on a brand new replacement axle. You know, our Pro Rock axles are great, but that's sometimes a little bit more than a guy who's just starting out is ready to take on. So what we've done is put together some great axle packages that allow him to preserve the investment of his stock vehicle, but still gain advantage and gain durability. Durability is key. When you go off-road, you don't want to be broken down. You don't want to have to be stuck in the middle of nowhere and walk home. So the first one we're going to talk about is our Pro 44 front axle shaft kit. Now, there are other axle shaft kits out there that are similar. However, this one stands out in terms of quality. This is all made from U.S. source steel. It's completely made here in the United States. All the processing and machining is done in the United States. All the heat treating is done in the United States. We're very big on made in America products. And not just because we're patriotic, but we do this because that's where the quality is. To get that kind of quality control, that kind of quality of steel and material, that kind of process control, we think the United States does that better than anybody else. So you can buy these axle shafts and slide them into your existing housing. But the nice thing is if you do decide later on you want to upgrade to one of our Pro Rock 44 housings, guess what? You don't have to throw these away. You can just slide them into that new Pro Rock 44. So again, we're trying to preserve the owner's investment in the vehicle that he just purchased. We also offer a new 35 spline rear shaft kit. Now, these are also unique because they're not just made in the United States, but they include a lot of very important features. One of which is these come with billet steel tone rings and replacement billet steel retainers. Guys that have ever worked on a JK know that the stock retainers, the studs that hold them in place, strip in the retainer, which makes it almost impossible to take apart, and it also makes it very difficult to reassemble. So we've delivered these great new billet steel retainers to solve that problem completely. The tone rings start you off fresh. You have brand new tone rings. The axle assembly comes with brand new bearings and seals. It's all assembled. The wheel studs are pressed in. You just open the box, you slide them into your old axle, and off you go. So the other thing that's really important is ball joints on the front axle. So the stock ball joints in most JKs, and lots of vehicles for that matter, are not as durable, especially when you start putting those big tires on them. So the Dynatrac ball joints are the strongest in the industry. They're also all made in the United States. They use stainless spherical ball joints internally. Those can be changed out. So this is an investment. Once you put these in, you don't have to, when they do wear out someday, you don't have to throw them away. You just rebuild them. And we have great economically priced rebuild kits that make it easy for you to do that in your driveway. So it's, again, something that a guy can do at home.
Tell me about the Dynatrack R&D department. You don't just dream these up on a computer. You got to test this stuff in the field. And how do you guys verify and validate these parts?
Well, that's a great question. So we do that in a number of different levels. First of all, there's a lot of careful engineering that goes into this. And in terms of drivetrain engineering experience, I would put us up against anybody in this business and know that we'd come out on top. Second of all, not only do a lot of analysis on the front end when we do the engineering, but we do a lot of material analysis, a lot of material testing. And then when we start to put things together, we also do a lot of design reviews. And then after the design reviews, we start to make prototypes. Once we have prototypes, the prototypes get inspected. After they're inspected, those get tested in lab situations as well as on test benches and in test fixtures to make sure they do what they want. Those are destructive type tests. We also do further lab testing of our own products to make sure we're getting the mechanical properties we want, the quality of steel that we expect from our suppliers, and then last but not least, we put them in an instrumented vehicle if necessary, and we take that vehicle out on the trail. We gather the data on a computer. We also send them out with some of our other test partners and tell them to go out and beat the heck out of them and make sure they come back in one piece.
Well, how can our viewers learn more about Dynatrack Jeep JK drivetrain upgrade parts?
Well, Steve, the easiest place to do that is on our website. It's www.dynatrac.com.
Jeep JK guys, give them a call. They got what you need.